Welcome, my dear friends. This is Dr. Padala, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Government Degree College for Women, Jagitya. Today, we are going to discuss about the TSET-2019 previous paper has conducted by Usmania University in Telangana State. So, this paper one, previous paper 2019 is very useful for the analyzing and the questions, which type of questions has come in the TSET 2019. So we will going to discuss today's class. So my dear friends, I will share my PPT, my previous paper, research aptitude and teaching aptitude. This is the general paper conducted by Usmania University. Maximum duration time 60 minutes. Questions 50 questions is there. So the marks 50 question. Each question carry 2 marks. So that's why you will get 100 marks for this paper. So teaching and research aptitude contains 50 questions. So I will going to enlarge this one. This is the first question. When a normal student behaves in an erratic manner in the class, you would. So in this question, definitely we observe the students among the four walls. If the student behavior, he is a normal student, but he behaves in erratic manner. Why he is doing like that? So the questions, the options here, pull up the student then and there, talk to the students after the class, then ask the students to leave the class and ignore the student. These are the four options. Among these four options, we should choose the correct answer. Why? Because options very similar and it is a confusion manner we are observed in the questions. So in this question, we are easy to identify among these four options, what is the positive answer for this question? We should analyze, we should identify. So pull up the students then and there. It is very bad practice. It is not acceptable in the classroom. So don't insult the students among the peer or among the students or among the four walls. So the second option, talk to the students after the class. It is very acceptable, invitable manner. It is a good practice for students to encourage the students in a positive manner, and we should communicate the students in a positive manner, and also is definitely change their behavior. Then ask the students leave the class. Okay, don't talk in the class. You can go out of the class, leave the class immediately. So these words are don't use among the four words and ignore the students. This is not acceptable. And the second question, a teacher's most important challenge is. So definitely among the peer, among the students or in front of the students, teachers definitely every day face so many challenges. But we should try to understand the options, what options has given in the question to make students their homework. Okay, my dear students, do homework. It is not a big challenge. Okay, then to make teaching learning process enjoyable. So it is very, very important. Why? Because whenever we are thorough of our knowledge, our content, clarity of the content, and the using teaching learning material during the class, and also the pleasant environment, we can create pleasant environment in the classroom. So that is a big challenge for the teacher. So this is the right answer. And to maintain discipline in the classroom. So discipline, it is not a big challenge. And to prepare the question paper, it is not a big challenge. Okay. The third question, a person can enjoy teaching as a profession when he is. Definitely any teacher or any person definitely enjoy the teaching as a profession when he is. When he controls our students, command respects from the students, is more qualified than his colleagues, is very close to higher authorities. Four options is very close, but we should recognize, we can choose the right answer. So as control over students, it is not a enjoyable moment for the teacher. And commands respect from students. Yes, this definitely we are very enjoy the profession whenever we are received, we are observed respect from the students. And the qualifications is not a criteria for a teacher, because of eligibility criteria, eligible qualification is necessary, and that's enough. But the highest qualification is not a criteria for the identification for giving the respect. And the very close to the higher authorities. Some of the employees, they are doing this business, but it is not a good practice. Higher authorities, they are protecting sometimes only, but our profession, our commanding the subject, and also the content clarity is definitely saves us. Okay, and we are more enjoy whenever we are giving the subject, and we are services rendering to the student development. That is very enjoyable moment, and that is very happiest moment for every teacher. Then fourth question, maximum participation of students is possible in teaching learning through. So how many students are involved in the teaching learning process? Which type of methods we are going to apply in the classroom whenever we are giving the subject, or when we are going to teaching? The discussion method, it is very old method, and it is given by the Socrates. And lecture method, it is very useful, the new topic, introducing of the new chapter and new topic, or even though the historical basis of the subject. And use of audio visual aids, it is very useful any type of teaching. But the involvement of the maximum participation of the students in the teaching learning through activity based method. Activity based, in this activity based method, we are adopting the project methods, laboratory methods. So in this method, all the students definitely they are involving teaching learning process. Then fifth question, which of the following is not most important? Not important. See here, my dear friends, not. Some of the questions not correct answer. So we should identify, we should observe these type of questions as comes frequently. Not important aspect of the teacher role in learning. So the development of insight into exam pattern and scoring, it is the right answer of this question. But remaining three are the important aspect of the teacher role in the learning. Okay, this is not important aspect of the teacher role in the learning process. So the right answer of this question is first one. Remaining are, the question is not important. Ask what are the question is, what is the question asked here? Not important aspect of the teacher role in the learning process. This is the right answer of this question. But remaining are all useful for the important aspects of the teacher role in the learning. What are the role of the teacher in the learning? Remaining three we'll discuss here. The development of insight into the pitfalls and dangers to be avoided, and to provision of encouragement and moral support. Definitely we should give the moral support to the students, those who are comes from the rural background, very remote areas, are very poor background. Some of the people, they are very suppressed people, or some of the students, they are comes from the broken family. Some of the students comes from the different settings, different environment. Some of the students comes from the slum areas. So that's why we should identify them and empathetic approaches, and also we can encourage them and moral support to give the new knowledge or subject for learning. And the provision of diagnostic and remedialship, definitely we can identify the which type of the qualities or abilities students have, the guts of the students identified by the teacher whenever we are learned. Then the sixth question. So first five questions comes from the teaching aptitude. My dear friends, the first paper contains 10 units. Each unit gives 5 questions. Each question carry 2 marks. So first unit teaching aptitude, these are the first 1 to 5 questions belongs to teaching aptitude. Then 6th question to 10th question, research aptitude. Okay, see here, what do you consider as the main aim of interdisciplinary research? See here, research aptitude. Okay, in this interdisciplinary means number of branches, number of faculties, number of disciplines included in this multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary approach. In this, the main aim of this interdisciplinary approach is to bring out holistic approach to research. Holistic approach. This is the right answer of this question. The next 7th question, field work in research is involved in. So remember, my dear friends, any type of research field work is mandatory. But here the question, field work in research is involved in. Empirical research, definitely field work is there. Historical research, definitely field work, definitely we can follow. And experimental research, we can collect the data from different fields. And historical, empirical research also, we can collect the data from different sources and different fields and different areas. So that's why field work is mandatory for all types of research. So that's why this is the right answer of the 7th question. And 8th question, if a researcher conduct a research on finding out which administrative style contributes more to institutional effectiveness, this will be an example of. My dear friends, during the research, which type of research is more important? A researcher conduct for the good administrative. Administrative style contribute more institutional effectiveness. So basic research, it is a fundamental research. Action research, whenever the problem has occurred, after completion of the, after occurring of the problem, immediately we can go into apply the research, that we can call as action research. But the institutional effectiveness we can using, that is applied research. Okay, applied research is the right answer of this 8th question. The 9th question, which of the following statement is incorrect? See here, my dear friends, not correct answer. Okay, not correct answer. So see here, objectives of research are stated normally in first chapter of the thesis. Yes, any thesis, any researcher or any PhD thesis or MPhil thesis, definitely objectives are inserted in the first chapter. It is mandatory. The second question, researcher must possess analytical ability. Definitely, any researcher, even the teacher is also, teacher is a researcher here, no doubt at all, in higher education, is capable for analytical ability. Must be possess analytical ability. And variability is the source of problem. Definitely, without variables, there is no source for the problem. So that's why these three are the correct for the research, for the writing of the thesis, but not correct answer. The suitable answer of this question is a researcher must prove the stated hypothesis. This is wrong. That means this is the correct answer of this question. Then 10th one, this is the last question of the research aptitude. So each chapter definitely comes 5 questions. 5 questions comes from each chapter. 10 chapters we have, we know that. So a null hypothesis states that there is no significant difference between the variables. So we know that 2 variables definitely we are observed. Between the 2 variables, any differences, any significant difference, whether present or not, it is stated by, if there is no significant difference between the variables, the null hypothesis implemented. Okay, so a null hypothesis states that there is no significant difference between the 2 variables. Then the 11th question, my dear friends, remember here 11th to 15, it is comes from the comprehension. First 5 questions teaching aptitude, second 5 questions research aptitude, third 5 questions comes from the comprehension. That means one passage has come, one paragraph is here, one passage contains different data or matter. In this matter, we can analyze, we can understand. Then 5 questions are here. These 5 questions, we should give the correct answers. Each question carry 2 marks. That is most important. 5 questions, 10 marks of this paragraph or passage. It is mandatory for the any first paper, all 29 subjects, any subject, any optional subjects. And the 16th question. And 16th question, see here, communication. After comprehension, that is third chapter. Fourth chapter, communication. So communication, 5 questions. So communication, first question, that is the 16th question. Which of the following is called dyadic communication? Di means two persons. So between two-person communication, we can call as interpersonal communication. If intrapersonal communication, that means within the person. And group communication means some of the group of the people is reached one place, and in among that people, the communication we can call as group communication. Mass communication means any number of people, number of abundant, infinitive, that we can call as mass communication. Okay, so the first the right answer of this question is interpersonal communication. That is, we can call as dyadic communication. What we can call as dyadic communication means interpersonal communication. And 17th question, some of the following lines are not related. See here, not. These are the third question. Not correct or not related. Oral communication. Oral means what we are interacting. I am saying some of the important ideas or analysis from this media. So that's why this oral communication not related. So the not related answer is 2, 4, 8. 2, 4, and 8 answers. Remaining are the related to oral communication, very suitable for oral communication. It is spontaneous and natural. Yes, oral communication is spontaneous and natural and very easy for others to understand. Definitely, I am speaking, I am interacting. Definitely, you can understand what I am speaking here. And the 5th one, it develops a good relationship between the speaker and listener. Definitely, in two-way communication, whenever you are listening or the live communication and live conference, definitely we can, both of we are interacting and the clarify our doubts and sharing new information. Definitely, it is a very impart or the inculcate among the people, and also make a good relationship. And next one, the choice of word is one of the major things. Definitely, what type of vocabulary, which type of vocabulary we can use during the communication, that is also most important. And it's supported by non-verbal communication. Definitely, oral communication is support take. It takes the support non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication means I am using different gestures, postures, body language, eye contact, okay, and movement, eye movement and body movement and hands movement. These are all non-verbal communication. So it definitely, oral communication is supported by non-verbal communication. You are observing my hands, how to move, my body language, my gestures, my stress and intonation and head movement. It is also a non-verbal communication. You are observing. So the question is not related communication, oral communication. Not related oral communication. It is not normal. It is somewhat difficult. And it's not correlated with non-verbal communication. So not related options is 3, 4, 8. Remaining are related to oral communication. The question is not related oral communication. So 2, 4, and 8. Then the 18th question. This is matching the communication, the barriers of the communication. Barriers of the communication. Here, physical barriers, we know that temperature, rainfall, cold, external environment is related to physical barriers. And psychological barriers, that is self-image, how we can feel, how we can think in front of the higher officers, higher political person, how we can imagine. So that's why the self-image is also the psychological barrier. And linguistic and cultural barriers, definitely how much of vocabulary we can adopt, we can easily interact with you and communicate with you. very freely without using of the vocabulary or words. It is also a barrier for the communication. And the fourth one, mechanical barriers. We can, when we are using the light or current or in internet, that is also in technology. It is also a mechanical barrier. Why? We can, without using internet, I am unable to interact with you by using this media, internet, by using this Zoom platform or video conference, we are interacting with. Without this technology, it is also a barrier for the communication. Then next to 19th question, communication includes individual reflection and contemplation. So the communication definitely includes interpersonal, intrapersonal communication, includes individual reflection and contemplation. And then 20th question, this is the last question of this communication. So from 16 to 20 questions, 5 questions from communication. Remember, my dear friends, I am discussing here especially how questions are comes from which chapters. So first, teaching aptitude 5 questions. Next, research aptitude 5 questions. Next, comprehension is passage or paragraph 5 questions. Then communication. This is the 4th chapter. So 5 questions. That's why 20th question. It is the last question of the communication. So what is the most important quality of a good teacher? So good teacher should be command of the subject. How to, without commanding of the subject, we cannot interact. We cannot easily communicate with students. So whenever we are going to command of the subject, definitely we are treated as a good teacher. Then the 21 question. 21 question, that is, okay, I will stop here, my dear friends. Remaining 20 questions, I will interact with the next video. So if you have any doubt, feel free, interact with me. Definitely, I will clarify your doubts. Okay, my dear friends, I wish you all the best.